Gonna do a little ASMR for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he actually has like actual mics. Is this my radio show? I have I
Hey,
finally
you
have a
always
radio-
wanted to do radio.
I
Let's
finally
see how
have a
it came
radio
out.
show.
It's the facial. It's the facials with it too.
Golly. All right. Well, what are we talking about today, Bob?
All right, so
Hot topics.
let's pull it on up. All right, are we actually recording yet?
Yeah, we're recording.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
cool,
man.
cool. Okay.
Normally,
Well, first thing is this is like round 2 for us because first round was Crooked Hook Studios and that was a horrible fail.
yeah, I remember those days.
Yeah, that was. So we had a good idea, right? And as soon as we stopped doing that idea, is when all these fishing channels just they blew up. And
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Not-
because we had this idea like we're 18 years old and we're bored, so let's go fish and let's record our fishing, and that is exactly what we did. But the only issue was we never caught fish.
that was a
the
big
biggest
issue.
It's hard to become big on with a fishing channel and not catch fish.
Well, I will say, who did do it good was the Guggen squad. They
Yes.
even if they didn't catch fish, it was still entertaining somehow.
Hugin
and I don't
Squad
even know
and
how.
Even
Cool.
Lunkers
Yeah.
taking off from there, Lake Fork guy, they all just fucking killed it.
Yeah.
look at them now. We just didn't stay in the game long enough.
Mm-hmm.
But look at us now, still struggling.
Are we all struggling?
Yeah. Well, I mean, and then not to mention when we tried to come up with a fishing brand, and even the logo was just literally a crooked hook, and
Mhm.
now everybody's using the damn logo that we thought nobody was gonna use, like the Huck brand that's in Academy, and I think they're even in Bass Pro Shop now, and there's a few other brands, but they're mostly I think there was one that's like more of a motto. I don't even remember what it's called, but they even made one with like
dirty hookers. Are we
yeah,
talking?
dirty
Dirty
Yeah,
hookers,
Dirty
yeah.
hookers. You'll see those damn things all over Texas now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the back. Of
I
pickup
mean,
trucks.
I usually see them at the truck stops, but that's
Yep.
just-
Yes, sir.
But how's work been going for you, bro?
It's been slow. It's been slow, but hopefully we're
Is that why you decided to do a podcast? 'Cause
pretty much.
This
I
is-
had too much time on my hands.
Yeah, sure. Boredom makes you do that.
Yeah.
So instead of talking to yourself, you're like, well, let me talk to myself and record it.
Basically, I mean, realistically, if you're not going to do anything else with your time, at least if you have something interesting to say, you might as well make some money off of it.
You better start saying some interesting stuff. These people are leaving us real quick.
I bet. I mean, guess it depends. Depends how long the podcast is, if I get boring or not. But it is always better to have more people because I like to have conversation starters. I don't like to start the conversations, but I do like to talk.
Well, I will tell you this. Last night at work, it was actually a pretty interesting night. I had my first run-in with some skinheads. That was an interesting situation. So for everyone to know, I work bars and nightclubs. And so last night we had a punk metal show at the bar, and we had some skinheads come on through, and those skinheads ran into an old member of the skinhead organization, and turns out that skinhead is a little kitty diddler.
Oh
and
my God.
oh yeah, and so he ended up touching one of the other members' kids. It was their 12-year-old daughter. So
Oh, shit.
What the
so
fuck?
it there's like this whole like fucking situation, and they did not know this guy worked at the bar I'm at, and so they were like, they noticed him, and some words were exchanged, and then they just sucker punched, or it wasn't really a sucker punch. They looked him in the face and were like, "We're gonna hit you," and so they ended up hitting him. They walked back inside to the show, and then the guy came and grabbed me. He was like, "Hey, dude, that guy just hit me. Take care of it." I'm like, "Well, shit, that's my job." So
Yeah.
As it goes.
I go grab the guy. I take him outside. We're discussing, like, are you gonna protect that kitty diddler? I'm like, wait, whoa. I don't protect pedophiles, but
Whoa.
how are we just gonna start calling people pedophiles? We all is that another like new term for like he, they, them, and she? Like just randomly identifying as a pedophile? Like we just gotta be careful with throwing that one out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, I need to investigate this. Like, give me his time. Like, so what's going on? What happened? And then they gave me this whole backstory. He used to roll with the Skins, and then he just went and fucked around behind Skins' back, and it was kitty diddler. Well, I don't know about you, but we don't stand for kitty diddlers. I'm like, well, I don't stand for kitty diddling too. I don't like kitty
That's
diddling.
the first fucking time I'm hearing this word. This
Yeah, well, that's what they call them. They call them kitty diddlers. I call them pedophiles, or pedos, or Uncle Tom.
Alrighty then. Well,
Uncle
looks like we're getting somewhere with that.
That's a deeper talk for another day, and probably my psychiatrist told me not to bring that up. But
Should
Jesus
probably
Christ.
stick to that advice. I'm not gonna lie.
I do agree. You know, we didn't even get to do the fucking intro, and it is what it is. But we'll do the intro now. Fuck it.
I walk to work uphill both ways.
I did the wrong fucking intro. That was fucking embarrassing. Golly.
Hey, this is why you dedicated your time to wanting to start a podcast, right?
Yeah, it is.
Trial
what
and
it is.
error.
Hell yeah,
Fuck it.
brother. I work 80-hour days. I walk up to work uphill both ways.
Oh my god. 80-hour days isn't too far from the truth when you are working construction.
Yeah.
But you don't work in construction.
Can you tell?
Honestly, you are built like a construction worker. Good grip strength and like a major beer belly.
Oh yeah, the beer belly is on another level. Golly. But we have a couple other points we're going to talk about today.
Other than like,
And
don't
I
be
forgot I fucking put my fucking phone up, and I don't even have my notes.
Oh,
Amateur hour, man.
Were you not going to talk, or do we stop with the kitty diddler stuff?
Oh no.
Did you want to
No,
continue
you
this
can definitely
conversation?
continue this
Oh,
conversation.
well, yeah, because there was more to it.
Well, now I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because then I had to bring his boss, so he's part of he's part of
Diddly
the
kiddlers or kid?
kitty diddlers.
Oh,
Kitty
kitty.
diddlers.
You like they're the children are kitties, and then you ever diddle yourself? Well, kitty diddlers diddle children.
Do they diddle peas? Peepees?
I don't think there's any discrimination
P.
on the
Diddy's?
gender.
Excuse me, sir.
P. Diddy
But
diddlers?
after the conspiracy videos I've watched about a lot of different
Here we go
things,
again.
there's a lot of different genders they like. But
Oh, God.
that's a different.
Have you seen that
We're,
new?
we're,
That's
we're,
too far.
We're side questing
yeah,
right
we're,
here.
we're straying away.
Have you seen the new? Well, not new. Apparently, it's been out for like 5 years or some shit. The Sound of Freedom.
Yeah, I
about-
haven't seen it, but I've been hearing a lot about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I also heard like a side quest
Yeah, bring
again
it.
with conspiracy theories. I did hear that, that some of the investors are actually like super in depth and like in deep with Hollywood, and like the conspiracy theory behind them putting out the movie is it makes us aware per se of like child trafficking,
Yeah.
but that it's to make us like almost like forget about it. Like right now, like child trafficking is becoming like this big thing. I mean, it's always been a big thing per se,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's like, people are starting to talk about it more and it's becoming more relevant. Like, well, like damn, we got to do something about this. But what's going on is it's like a CIA type mind thing they related to. It's like a psyop. It makes us so adjusted to it by actually like seeing it on film that we now then thus forget about it. And then like media will stop reporting on child trafficking, the idea of like child trafficking, like, oh, child trafficking is now being like brought down because of this movie. But in reality, it's not decreasing at all. It's just making us think it's being taken care of.
Once you like see it, then all of a sudden it kind of just like leaves your mind and you just like don't pay attention to it anymore.
It's that sense of like, I'm aware of this now. All right, what else is going on in the world?
Yeah.
Yeah, like now you can forget about it. Like, okay, let's back to the Ukraine now.
But I will say,
COVID, what?
after I did see the movie, I have definitely been seeing a lot more of, I guess, that subject popping up on my feed and like people on Facebook or TikTok or whatever doing these different instances to where they're like not pranking, but like stealing fake stealing a kid in front of people to see what they do. And they did it in front of like a bunch of white people and they didn't give a shit. Like they would literally grab the kid and go into an alleyway and they literally just went, okay. And then they just fucking continued their day, kept walking. Didn't even phase them.
Well, that's kind of what I did after they told me they punched a kitty diddler. I'm not gonna lie. I looked the opposite direction. Never thought in my life I would agree with skinheads, but I'm gonna go on the record.
You're also the kind of person that just gets along with anyone in this world.
Yeah, but
surprisingly,
I'm gonna go on the record right here, right now, and say I support. Hold up, before we get a little crazy, right? I support the hate of pedophiles by skinheads.
Okay, yeah. See,
I don't support this. I don't support the skins, guys.
Definitely need a.
I am mixed. I don't think they would support me, and I look a little Jewy. So
yeah, gotta hate the right people, because
I don't hate them. That's off the record.
No, the kitty diddlers.
On the record.
On the record,
on the record.
Yeah.
We'll just we'll just glaze right over what he just said before that.
Yeah, one episode and we're canceled.
Really?
That sounds about right when it comes to people that truly don't give a shit anymore.
Oh. I don't even know what to call this episode, the Kitty Diddler Show.
That's all
this is episode
how
1.
about that no fucks given show?
No. Do not put kitty, because then you're going to attract a whole different crowd.
You are 100% going to attract a different crowd.
We're laughing. We shouldn't be laughing.
They're going to be like, it's like, finally people being open about this idea.
I mean, we could possibly title it.
That's horrible.
Maybe the skinheads weren't wrong.
Whoa.
Hey, man. I'm just saying, kitty diddlers got it coming.
Are you saying you're pro skin?
Oh, God.
I think that was a good time to cue a good old, it's so good, on the part of being a kitty.
Yeah, can we get a little ASMR? I just spilled some. God damn it.
So moist.
Don't do that.
It's so moist.
Okay.
Back
Back
on
to the
top.
But quick.
Brought to by your sponsors of.
Are you looking at upgrading your bathroom shower with some new glass or maybe even some mirrors? Shoot, you might even just want a table topper to cover up your new dining room table or coffee table that gets those pesky water rings whenever you set a cup down. Go ahead and give Proline Glass and Mirror a call today at 210-799-0196. They do everything from commercial to residential. Shoot, if you just broke a glass around the house, they got you covered. Give them a call, Proline Glass and Mirror, at 210-799-0196.
Oh, God.
That was so random. I had to throw it in there. You said it.
I did not know we actually had sponsorships. But did you just sponsor our podcast by your own self?
Of course.
Is that possible?
What do you think made all this equipment happen?
I mean,
Definitely
I guess
not
that
me.
makes sense, but like, what kind of income are you getting from that at that point?
I mean, shit, if it goes national, I'll go national.
Fair.
Hey, I'm right.
What it
Hey,
is.
B and BJ's is for Bobby. I'm on the list with him, so you got to take me with you.
Yeah, so BJ's, Bobby and John. I didn't even say the name of the damn podcast when we started.
Damn. We didn't even explain it.
Yeah,
there are no BJs on this
I'm
show.
not even
No,
typically here. I just kind of got thrown in the mix of this.
Yeah, we
Well,
didn't even
hopefully,
introduce you.
Eventually, you'll just be one of the producers, and you'll be behind the camera and whatnot.
I mean, I'm down.
Our goal is just to make you a dude behind the camera to search shit for us while we're too drunk to look.
Oh, I can definitely do
And
that.
to be another funny voice behind the camera, you know,
And
like
say
every other
Say less.
podcast.
Occasionally give us some ASMR. Cute. Thank you, Alex. Yeah, for everyone watching, the guy who's just like been a random third voice in the background, not on camera, that's Alex. You'll get to used to seeing him. Well, not actually, just hearing him.
Pretty much. Just all you need is my voice. You don't need anything else.
I mean, on all the podcast platforms, you're really just going to hear voices anyways, but
More or less.
YouTube and I signed up for a new streaming platform called Kick and Rumble, the one that Andrew
Whoa.
Tate is on.
Oh, really?
Because he got canceled from everything else.
Yeah.
Well,
Except for Twitter. Elon Musk brought him back.
hey, it's
Oh, you
not,
mean
it's not,
X.
Yeah, I was
It's
going to say,
X.
it's not
Yeah,
Twitter
yeah.
You gotta
anymore.
call
it's
it right.
X.
Yeah. Did you hear about that? He's supposedly getting in a he got in a lawsuit because of his fucking sign that he put up. The giant X.
Wasn't it out in L.A.?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was too bright and it was a roadside like distraction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But some person who like stole a car and ran it into a pedestrian walkway.
Oh,
Just
dude,
got
like
let
it
off the
jumped
hook.
off. It jumped off that freaking hill.
Yeah.
Went down a stairwell.
So
And
wait,
they
why is he
dropped all
being
the
sued?
charges.
It seems like he stopped a crime. Call him a hero, right?
No, the
No, it was
fucking
a
guy
se-
with
yeah.
the car, he got let off the charges.
Two
Elon
separate
Musk is
incidents.
getting sued because his sign is too bright. But the guy who stole a car
That's fucked.
got let off the hook.
You know why?
Welcome to Call Me California. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because they don't like that it got changed to X because he's a red pilled person.
Yeah, that sounds
He's
about
red-
right.
been
I
red-
loved
been
his.
red-pilled.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
I did love his interview though, where they're like, "How is your company running with like 80% of the staff gone?" He goes, "It turns out when you're not going around suppressing the shit out of everyone's word, you don't need 80% of the staff. 20% is more than efficient when you just let people be themselves."
I mean, I don't think he's wrong because look at John. John runs his business all by himself. He does a crap load of work, and he does it all on his own.
I've
Now,
seen it firsthand.
Yeah, and so I give him props on that. I will say he is behind on his jobs, and it's probably because it is just him, but it's because he's a one man army, and I got to give him props on that.
You know, surprisingly enough, I'm not too far behind.
That's a lot.
But
Don't listen.
I mean, I will say, I remember the first time I saw him after forever. It was when my old store that I worked at got broken into.
Oh, yeah.
They busted the door, and I was like, "Wait a minute, I know that guy. That's Johnny Boy."
yeah,
I will say, like your first time in, he did sponsor himself, and if you weren't paying attention, it is a glass company. For his first time in the businesses, which is like you've only had it for like a year, right?
mm-hmm.
So within his first year, he was already landing like corporate contracts. 511 being a corporate store.
511.
The
I
Circle
He
did.
K.
fixed 2 doors
Yeah,
that
dude.
same week, day after day.
Yeah, I did. I do all the Circle K's in San Antonio that they need done quickly.
Yeah.
Eventually, hopefully, I plan on doing some contracts with them once their contract with their current glass company expires.
Yeah.
Just because the company they're using right now is pretty expensive, they say, and they're really slow, which I can imagine, especially if, it's Circle K, so I assume they don't think it's a rush. But realistically, Circle K's you're in and out of Circle K's every day. It's not.
Yeah.
Gas, Red Bull, because caffeine makes the world go round and round, and whatever.
And cocaine.
Pleasures you find.
Don't
Yeah.
forget that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Remember that
yeah.
night you ran into Johnny Ringo? Remember you were
Oh.
yeah. That was his first time too.
Oh, what?
Yep.
First time.
don't-
First time what?
Yeah,
Nasties?
I don't think you should be mentioning someone's drug.
Hey, all I'm saying is, it was just a weird coincidence after the story you told me of your first time, and then all
Whoa,
of a
whoa,
sudden,
whoa, whoa! All right. Well, so that we're gonna have to edit that find out.
I don't do drugs. So
I don't do drugs.
as long as you say
I'm
you
just
don't
a
do
voice.
drugs, that doesn't matter.
I don't do drugs. I
Stay in school,
well, I
kids,
do.
even
do
though they're
a-
teaching
Oh
you
well,
terrible
technically
things.
alcohol is a drug.
Technically, you're not wrong.
I do want to advertise
I-
alcohol is bad for you. Please don't do it, kids. I don't even think kids are allowed to listen to this unless they're 18 or older. But even if you're 18, you can't drink until you're 21. So don't do it.
Honestly, do
anyways.
what you want. Don't let that guy tell you what to do.
Well,
Man, this feels like you're going back on everything you just said.
in the
Whoa.
in the state of Texas, technically you are able to drink if you are under the age of 21
with a
with
adult.
apparent consent under their household within a
Or-
reasonable amount.
Well, as long as they're actually within, I think it's 25 feet of you can drink. So
Well, you say that, but the restaurant or whatever establishment you're in has to consent to it as well.
oh well, yeah, that's
Or
true.
just join the military, I guess, because sometimes they get clearances too.
Mm.
Even the lounge I go to straight up says, if you're 18 or 20, you can enter the facility and have fun smoking cigars.
It's a good thing they did that because honestly, if you go overseas to Korea, either way you can drink.
100%.
Yeah, or
Literally
if
anywhere
you get
else.
sent to the Middle East and get shot at, you should be able to have a drink.
Definitely. No
let
doubt.
me take a bullet for the country that doesn't allow me to drink back home.
My little cousin actually just went to the military. He's in training right now. So, or what do they call
My
him?
condolences.
Basics or- I know, dude. He called us. He
You just like
He
you just
called
like
my
put some,
cousin.
like, voodoo on that kid.
Man, dude,
Kid's-
I'm sorry. It's just an honest truth. I've worked with nothing but vets for the last 2 years, and
Sure.
every single one of them said, "Oh, I love my time there. Wouldn't go back."
yeah.
yeah.
Every single one
Well,
of
it's
them.
like you meet so many good people and like you make a lot of cool memories, but you know you kind of get treated like shit in the long run.
Shit
so.
pay, treated like shit. You
Mhm.
can't call in, otherwise you're going AWOL. So unless you're dying and having to go to the infirmary, you're going to work.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like even I had a friend, she's pregnant now. She went into reserves actively to, have a better job, better than where we were working, because you remember that shit was shit. And now she's getting fucked over because reservist guys are not the same as active guys,
Mhm.
and now they're taking away her benefits from the VA. So like she was getting a solid check in. Now it's nowhere near what it used to be. So she's like, I'm out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you go back to being active, you'll still get VA pay, like that VA check, but it's nowhere near what it was. So if you're out, don't do active reserves. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Golly.
Yeah. Let's just be entrepreneurs and try to make our own money.
Yeah, I agree. On that note, we do have a clothing brand coming soon.
Do we?
Fratfits.com.
Yeah. One episode and he's already saying we have a brand.
Hey,
I mean, that's where Crooked Hook Studio
if
started.
you like it, if you like
I
it,
remember
you like
those
it.
days.
I think we just got fucking jinxed.
Yeah. Look, I break that curse in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
It ain't Topo Chico Holy Water.
Yes.
So good.
And I will have to correct you a little bit. It's you rebuke it. Just saying. You got to rebuke that shit.
Rebuke.
Oh yeah, he's a Bible thumper.
Not fully.
Uh,
But
He's
I was like, I don't agree with all the churches because they all kind of fucking retarded. But hey,
he's like, but I'll thump a time or two.
I'll just send someone on a decent path.
I'll
They
send
got to
someone
figure out that shit the rest themselves.
a decent path. You can do some drugs. You can drink a little bit, but you still got to say
I'll just
amen
tell you,
at the
hey,
end
this
of
is
the
the path
day.
you got to go, and whatever you do along the way is on you, man.
Yeah.
As long as you're on your knees for BJ's.
BJ's.
I thought that was. Hey, I don't want to be associated with Catholics, man. Don't put me in that same boat.
Whoa.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
It's
No!
it's because he's saying he's a kitty diddler. Did you just say the Catholics are kitty diddlers then? So back on topic. of
I'm not saying
what I've heard,
anything, but
but-
I have no comment.
You like how everything comes back around to kitty diddlers? We're gonna bring an end to that.
It's funny. You know what? Never mind. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Have you seen the video of this alien-looking thing that they're trying to make normal? I don't know what the hell it was, but it was on a train in New York City or somewhere, right?
Mhm.
And it looked like somebody did makeup on them to make them an alien, but people are like, oh my God, people are flashing it in front of their face to make it normal and they don't even give a shit. It's like, bro, that looks fake as shit. Like,
You got to remember, most people nowadays just focus their faces in a phone and believe anything that's put on the internet.
yeah. And then they posted, another person posted a video of them walking through like a little market. That same thing, whatever it was, a little person dressed as an alien or whatever the hell
it's
it
called
was.
a midget.
It was freaky looking. I'm not gonna lie.
Are you saying midgets are freaky looking? Have you seen that one?
But I will say,
You're down to do a midget.
no comment. I did see one Russian one that was pretty fine. Not gonna lie.
Hey,
Hey.
have you seen that one midget girl that's like all over social media right now? She's like a midget. And
Go on. I'm interested. I'm intrigued.
but she,
Oh no, he's dying. He's dying.
but she doesn't look like a midget. She's a midget though, but she doesn't have like the T-Rex arms with it.
So she's 4'8", calling herself a midget,
No, she's like
which legally I think
she's
it
like
is.
3'8", and
Hmm.
but she doesn't.
If you're under like 4'11", you're
So she's
legally.
So
called
what
a
you're
midget.
saying is you're watching a child.
Whoa!
Oh, hang on, man. I don't want to share this couch no more.
You're gonna stay right here, little boy.
Yes, daddy.
But no, like she's literally she had like posted some freaking video on social media, of course, a TikTok, her with like other midgets, shaking ass in a bikini. And since then, it like she blew up, and now she just I guess started OnlyFans because now midget porn. Midget
Since
porn's
we're
blowing
on
up.
this subject, it's been bothering me so much. I don't know if y'all have seen the update for the new Snow White movie. First of all, the main actress isn't even white, which pisses me off to begin with.
Oh, shit.
Second of all,
Oh shit!
We're getting political.
Maybe that title wasn't far off.
well, when they say the fairest of them all, that means the whitest of them all.
That's a valid statement because
Secondly, it's not even about true love. So what they're trying to do is basically degrade men and be like, oh, it's not going to be about a man finding his true love. It's going to be about a girl getting power.
let me
just-
I'm just going to relate to you a little bit and, not go into too much detail. I think we both can testify to true love kind of being bullshit.
Well, it is.
Okay,
You're right.
But let me step in real quick. I want to rewind just a little bit back. You said fairest equals white,
fairest. Like
The
fairest
definition.
skin.
Fairest
Oh,
skin.
but I thought fairest of them all meant like
I guess it could be interpreted both ways, but
That's the English language for you, though.
Yeah.
'cause I was just
Multiple
I
meanings
was
for
like,
one word.
Oh my god, did he just say white people are better? I
okay,
was like,
ADHD
oh,
moment.
shit.
ADHD moment. There is a Swedish comedian that came into the U.S. recently, and he's hilarious because he always talks about.
yeah.
He always talks about how fucking words in English can be translated in like many different ways, and
Oh,
he's
yeah.
like, you know how there's like 50 different ways to say shit.
I've seen him a couple times, and he comes off so dry, but it's like you're like listening to him and thinking about it, like, no, yeah, he's got a point though,
Yeah.
and it's funny that he's got a point.
Yeah.
Going back to Snow White, I will agree with you there that
I'm not even done.
oh
There's a third reason, the main reason why we even
Okay.
got on the subject.
let's get to that reason.
There's midget actors, which they like to be called dwarves, which is why it's Snow White and the seven dwarfs.
Yeah.
They're not even allowing actual dwarf actors to play the part of the dwarves. They're only allowing mixed raced people of normal height to play the seven dwarves.
Let me ask you this. Okay. So do you know how like Hollywood gets kind of like PC when say you yourself, Mr. White Man John, were to play a role of Martin Luther King? I think like society would just blow up about that. But when it comes down to the dwarfs, it was, the original movie, it's 7 white dwarfs.
Mhm.
But I mean, I guess they don't have to be white.
They don't have to be, but
I
at
mean,
least give the
but
dwarves the
dwarves-
job.
But that's
Exactly.
the
They
thing.
don't
That's,
have any
that's
other
like
If
a
it was
job.
mixed race, like it had nothing to do with the way their skin looked. If they were all actual dwarves,
But that's
Yeah,
the thing.
that would
it's like,
be like
you know
you're-
how-
that's
totally
like,
makes
I
sense.
can't
but
even
that's their
imagine.
job.
I can't
like-
I can't even imagine how hard it is to get a job in the cinema industry.
I mean, if you look back to
When
like
you're- when
the
you're a
Hobbit,
dwarf,
Yeah.
you have very little roles.
Yeah, I mean, the Hobbit and Narnia, for example, those were jobs actually given to midgets for like whenever it came down to the guy that was I guess you would call the stun man for Frodo Baggins. They actually had a dude who was a dwarf whenever they needed to have a pairing scene of the dude who played Gandalf, and like the first time they were seeing each other, they hugged each other. It was an actual dwarf that hugged him, not what's his
didn't know
name?
that.
Yeah, I've watched all the behind the scenes on that shit, and I was like, okay, that's dope that they're trying to make it as real as possible, even though some of the shit's going to be CGI. And in Narnia, of course, they actually hired real dwarfs because who the fuck needs more CGI in a movie that's fully CGI'd practically?
Yeah.
Well, that's my thing. It's just like imagine Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, and the Oompa Loompas are just like
dude.
all like 6-foot people like me, and just
Yeah.
like doing those weird dances.
You literally just brought me back to another point. Have you seen Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Or I don't even know what the new movie is called, but it
Charlie and the
Wonka?
Chocolate Factory.
Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the Oompa Loompa is actually a normal sized person with just CGI. I forgot his name. He's a famous actor, but he's like, oh, already started dancing. We can't stop. I forgot the fucking name of him, but he's all orange and shit, and they put him in a glass container for the preview. It was funny.
If Hollywood's watching. Oompa,
Loompa.
doopity-doo.
And
See,
copyright.
I'm too big. Oh.
Oh,
Shit. Bleep,
It's a
bleep,
cover
bleep,
song.
bleep, 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 bleep.
Cover song.
I was like, is that a sound over?
Hey, thanks, man. I got the voice for it.
Oh God. Ugh.
All right, John. What was that next thing you were going to bring up? I had one
Hang on.
thing.
I don't feel like we justified his Snow White rant.
Oh, we totally got off topic because
I mean that was the main thing. The fact that there's not very many jobs for dwarves in the cinema industry.
I will say,
You know,
I do like where this podcast is going. First episode, we're trying to stop pedophiles, and we're trying to support jobs for dwarves.
Well, I mean, that's the thing with like Hollywood, though. Like, you got Disney, who's only trying to appeal to a certain type of minority based in the political spectrum, but they're totally shitting on another type of minority, and no one's paying attention to it because it's focused on one thing, which has been the problem in society for the last 3 years.
And this is where we put our foot down on the BJ's and Shit Talk show, and we say no more taking jobs from the dwarfs. We are here to support jobs for little people, pro little people. Ain't that right, guys?
you gotta only get the cannon.
Dude, dude, I got that one for you. No, wait, I got you a strawberry. Did you already drink it?
Yeah, he already drank the strawberry.
Oh, you already drank the other strawberry.
what were we what were we choosing?
To jobs for dwarfs.
All right.
Here.
Here.
Yeah.
To the dwarfs. To the little people.
Golly.
Okay, so one thing I really wanted to bring up was that we have another Kennedy running for president now.
And this
Oh,
one
yeah.
surprisingly lived longer than the rest.
Well, for now.
He's already, yeah, for now.
For now.
I will say he has surpassed his dad and his uncle, but they are not going to actually give him Secret Service. He has actually, so whenever someone is running for president, it is standard protocol to actually give them Secret Service protection because they are a potential president of the United States. Well, the request got denied multiple times to actually give Secret Service protection to Robert Kennedy, who is the son of Bobby Kennedy, who was shot and killed, and John F. Kennedy, and the nephew of John F. Kennedy, who was our president, who was
Shot and killed.
So I'm just like, that's a little sketchy if you ask me. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
How
come
are
on. Is it really that sketchy to see nowadays with how everything goes and how it's all run?
yeah, but I'm just like, if Trump gets Secret Service, I mean, well, Trump was already president. I will say that.
Well, he'll always have that Secret Service
yeah.
now, but even
Yeah.
before he became president, he was still getting
Yeah,
Secret Service.
he got the Secret Service before he even or I guess when he was running.
I don't
He
know
got the
how
Secret
rich Kennedy is. I would assume he's wealthy,
Oh,
but
they are one of the richest families, and it's because of Kennedy's.
I do know
I think at that
Donald
point
Trump
we're good.
is pretty wealthy. So
Yeah.
there is a big reason he got, Secret Service right away as far as that goes. But Kennedy, I don't know how rich he is, but I would assume
but that's the
either he
thing.
has his own and they're like, I'm
I'll-
not sure that he needs
I'll
it.
put my money
or-
on this. Kennedy has definitely way more money than, like, say, Bernie Sanders when he ran.
Mhm.
But Bernie Sanders had Secret Service.
I
So-
don't think it's a money thing. I think
Yeah.
it's 100% what Kennedy's bringing to the table, and the Democrats are not liking it.
Yeah, because
Possibility.
they've already, the DNC, the people who basically run like the Democrat side of like that political party, they've already have stated that they will not have debates with Robert Kennedy and Joe Biden. They just won't do it. And
Well,
it's-
I don't think it's got anything to do with Kennedy. I think it's got everything to do with the fact that Biden can't even get a sentence out normally.
Oh yeah,
well,
they don't
I
want
think
to.
we'll put it as both, because when you put a guy
A
like
good
Biden,
talker with somebody who can't talk at all.
yes, it just
They
doesn't
were-
go well. Well, dude, that's the next thing. Like, Kennedy is like, he's not an anti-vaxxer, but he is kind of anti-vaxxer. And then the next thing is like he's also like on TRT, and I don't know like how much y'all know about like testosterone, but as you get older, of course,
wanna
like
know
your
more.
your testosterone does go down, but testosterone does actually help a man's like mental clarity and his thought process. And that's why there's like another conspiracy. I guess I'm the conspiracy guy here.
You've always been the conspiracy guy since I've known
mean,
you.
Yeah, because
I would get phone calls at 4 a.m. when you used to work security. Bro, I just listened to this podcast. You got to hear me out. I'm
I
like,
got
bro, I'm
another-
trying to sleep, bro.
I got another conspiracy for you.
Yeah.
They're eating the children.
Kitty diddlers.
Yeah, them kid dealers are trying to get the kids. But
Golly.
The
Poor
Anunnaki,
things.
bro. The Anunnaki.
there's this idea, though, that the government makes it hard for men to get testosterone, because if men are not able to have a hormone, like a natural hormone of theirs, that allows them to have good mental clarity and allows them to be productive genetically like a man should be, then it makes it easier for them to control that subset of, say, society. And so
Breaking them weak so they have no power.
So then, and then you look at Kennedy. Kennedy is like pro TRT. He's talked about, and weirdly enough, I've never heard a politician talk about taking test, but he literally brought up how him taking test is helped him, and it's good. Oh, it's a healthy thing. I got low. I needed it, so I take it, and it helps you with your mental clarity. They've done plenty of studies. So then you put a man of his age, who is well developed in thought, but then on test, which keeps him clear thought, and especially in a debate against a guy who is just another bought out politician who can't really speak. That's a guy who's going to win at least the Democrat side of the presidency.
100%.
And then, honestly, I think that's the only guy who'd take it on Trump. Now, I'm not saying
The
I'm pro-Trump or anti-Trump.
100%.
I'm just saying,
Gotta-
if
It'd
you
be an
want-
interesting.
keep
It would be
it-
an interesting political debate between the two of them if they were running against each other for sure.
yeah, because Trump still has not said shit on Robert Kennedy. It's just he knows Robert Kennedy. He knows who he is. He knows his past. He knows what he's about, and they have some of the same values. Because Kennedy is a Kennedy Democrat. He's more middle grounded. He's about actually supporting blue collar America,
Yeah.
which is what
like
the
me.
Democrats were supporting you.
Yeah.
You and that beer belly.
Well, now to be
We
me
love
too.
the hard jobs. They're the best, even though they're hard. Like me.
So good.
So basically, what you're saying is the government basically told Kennedy,
Fuck you, asshole.
and was
Pretty
just
much.
like, you know,
Pretty much.
you're not gonna. You have a potential to win, and you don't need assistance.
That's the first time the Democrats have said we really don't want someone. They didn't like Trump. They really don't like Kennedy if they're not willing to help him.
Well, that I would say that's the second time, because I think one of the first times, like at least I really noticed, you know, since I've gotten into politics, was with Bernie Sanders when it was the 2016 presidential election, and he was running against Hillary, and they did not want Bernie Sanders because he did win the popular vote, and then the DNC said hell no to that guy. That guy is crazy. And even though he won the vote, they gave it over to Hillary Clinton, who ended up getting wiped all over the floor by Trump.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think things would have had a whole turn of events if Bernie had won. I think Bernie could have taken down Trump because Bernie actually had this massive support from the young voters out there.
You know what's even better is he could actually talk better than our current president.
100%. 100%.
But all of that, like the DNC controls like who's going to go. So it doesn't even matter unless I believe it is with a sitting president. Like they would have to replace if Joe Biden were to lose against Kennedy in this circumstance, they would have to replace Joe Biden as the nominee because Kennedy won the vote. I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm talking out my ass right now. I think a little bit.
Yeah.
Most of the time you do.
That brings me you know what that reminds me of? You know, have you ever noticed that your
You might want to move that
neighbors
can right there as well.
your neighbors never see you take your groceries in your house, or vice versa? You never see your neighbors take their groceries in their house unless you've already experienced that with them. Like you say you had a barbecue or something and you had to go get some meat with them, or you physically saw them at the store, then you actually go home and you see them unloading their groceries. Other than that, you're never, and I live in an apartment complex. There's a lot of apartments in here. I mean, there's 13 buildings and each one has a lot of apartments, and I haven't seen a single one take in groceries. Not a one.
So there's two different types of conspiracy theory guys. Politics and aliens.
Common sense.
And common sense groceries.
Bro, I'm not going to lie, bro. I've never seen my neighbors at all in the grocery store or in their house and they were doing it. I just happened to walk outside and they were unloading
Why would you
groceries.
see them doing it?
Bro, when I pull out a driveway, they're fucking next door. You're going to see it when you're trying to go down my driveway.
Their
You know
windows
that.
open and you just see them doing it?
No, they're unloading from the back of their car.
I was just like,
He went, I like to look through windows of everyone's house.
I like to watch my neighbors cooking.
I thought he was talking out the car, up the stairs. No, he's like, you're looking in their window, bro?
Why are you looking? I like to watch
He took people watching to a whole new level, bro.
When you said they were doing it, I thought you meant, doing it.
Well, now we're talking about two different types of doing it, aren't we?
Well, I got confused. Anyways, did you know that the aliens that crashed,
Sidebar.
the aliens that crashed,
Now he's back to my conspiracy talks.
supposedly there was, a whole family that saw the aliens crash and they were recording
the
it.
one in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the UFO had ended up crashing somewhere near their backyard.
Yeah.
And supposedly they saw in the police report, because
And they were 10 feet, right?
yeah,
8 to 10 feet tall.
They said that in the police report. They're
You know how tall that is?
We talked about this a couple years ago, didn't
yeah.
we?
Did you say the
let's not bring
Anunnaki?
that up. Yeah, we're not going to bring that up just yet. That's a big talk, and
That's a very big talk.
that's
One day you'll be old enough to hear it.
Yeah, like that's gonna be a long ass rant
That's a long
from
rant.
me. I'm
And
gonna need like
I know how long it is because it's probably expanded since the last time we talked, but it was
Ooh,
at 4 a.m.
Mine expanded too.
wait.
But I got that 4 a.m. phone call.
Have you seen that meme where the guy's just like he has like this puzzle piece separated and he's just like from
No.
like what? Yeah. Like,
What the fuck was that? First of all,
Wait, hold on.
I'm over here confused too, bro.
I'm gonna pull it up real quick. I'm gonna show it so you understand, and then you're like, oh, that one. It's from Always Sunny.
but
See, I don't watch that show. That's why.
First, a word from our. Are you looking at upgrading your bathroom shower with some new glass or maybe even some mirrors? Shoot, you might even just want a table topper to cover up your new dining room table or coffee table that gets those pesky water rings whenever you set a cup down. Go ahead and give Proline Glass and Mirror a call today at 210-799-0196. They do everything from commercial to residential. Shoot, if you just broke a glass around the house, they got you covered. Give them a call, Proline Glass and Mirror at 210-799-0196. Thank you, Proline.
Okay, I found the meme.
yes, he
Okay.
did find the meme, and now I know what he's talking about.
Okay,
Okay.
show it to the camera. Show it to the camera.
Are you able to?
This one right here.
Oh, can you see that? Should I zoom in?
A little bit, yeah. Zoom in.
One day I'll be the computer guy that can just put this on the screen.
Yeah.
There you go. Do you see that, everybody? Put it right there.
Yep, I see that. Now, since your hand's there, can you
Okay.
pass me a strawberry guava?
Oh,
I'm totally craving a strawberry guava right now.
Damn, you would crave the one that I like.
yeah.
I like them
so,
all. Maybe you should get better taste buds.
Well,
If-
maybe
if
you
we
should
were-
drink the ones that aren't my favorite.
Fine. Put it back. I'm in
No,
his
it's
house.
fine. I'm sure I got some in the fridge because you
Sorry.
decided to bring the same ones that we already had.
Look,
Yeah,
man.
and you were supposed to bring freaking beer. And you brought seltzers.
said you were supposed to bring beer.
No, you know what? How about this?
Where's
Next
my
time I'm
goddamn-
here, I'll bring a 24 pack of cans.
You know what that sounds?
Next time you're here, Alex, this is the last time you're here. You didn't bring the
Got
beer.
the job to be the guy behind the camera, and I've already lost it. Hell yeah, I'm on a winning streak here.
You had one thing to do.
Beer.
But I brought cigars, though. At least I might be on his friendly
Well,
side.
yeah, I do like cigars. So
Exactly. So
Do you
I
want
feel
to give
like
him another chance?
I guess we can.
Show us your butthole.
How do you spell?
all right. Hang on a second.
How do you spell gay?
Yes.
Wasn't the answer I was looking for. But I'll take it. I was gonna say RAINBOW.
R-A-I.
BOW.
Oh.
Rainbow.
Yeah.
That's how we do it.
I was like, G-A-Y?
I think you and me were on the same level.
I was just like, I was like, is this a spelling bee?
Can you use it in a sentence?
F-A-G.
There's
Oh, geez.
there's dwarves on the other end of it.
No, you're missing it. Hey, you're missing a few letters from that because if you just go with that one, that's just a cigarette.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Oh, sure. Okay.
I was talking about a cigarette.
The shittiest things in the world.
Oh, another drink. I guess that's our trademark now.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
John, do you smoke in your house?
No, not in here. Not at the new one either. They won't let me smoke anywhere.
You can't
Damn,
smoke in
that's-
here?
No.
That
Gotta
is
smoke
so-
on the balcony, outside the garage, somewhere around there.
That's so un-American.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like, you're telling me I pay to live here and I can't smoke in my own place?
Yeah.
Well, hey, when we get the new place, we'll be smoking there if we want.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm also
yeah.
looking at buying a shop for, the glass
Ooh.
company. So hopefully we'll have a place to hang.
Hey,
Yeah,
there's
smoke there.
there's some company here in town that used to be a bar, and they would sell very nice firearms. So you just go in there, get your gun built while you're drinking with them and hanging out. And
Really?
then yeah,
That's
the
pretty
same,
dope.
same company that I'm trying to get you a thing for.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they used to do that. I got to talk to the owner and everything about it. He's like, yeah, dude, I miss those days. Unfortunately, when you take on military contracts, you kind of lose the ability to spend the time with the people that help grow you.
Yeah.
All right. Now
That's
I know who you're
true.
talking about. I didn't know they had done that.
Yeah.
That's actually really cool, though.
And they also have their own podcast, apparently. They were, when we went to that Aaron Lewis concert, they were backstage.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah,
You know,
they're
Aaron
best buds with
Lewis,
him.
yeah, like they have built a name for themselves. Still, I don't know. We can't really mention.
I'm not
I don't
going
think-
to
yeah, I
because
don't
I'm
think
still
it's-
technically working for that one place that associates with them. So I'm just playing myself safe.
Yeah, And
This
if you're chilling with us, yeah,
This is a
I don't
good
wanna-
time to put in a plug. You know, Rodney Atkins, Luke Combs, anybody who wants to join us on a podcast, heads up.
Wow,
That
episode 1, and he's coming out swinging.
Why
Hey, look.
not? Go big or go home. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, if you want to be on the best podcast in America,
Joke's on you. We already at his home.
True shit. It's not very big.
Well, that's a little fucked.
wow.
Yeah, it's bigger than my place. I don't have a place. I'm homeless.
He actually
Wow.
lives in my shed.
Pretty much. I practically do.
He just stays out in my shed. I just go out in the mornings and night and just like make sure he has enough food and water for the day. I'm like, hey, Alex, you good?
Papa. I'm very appreciative of this serving today.
I'm still hurt. Golly.
That's why I brought you a few. That's why I brought you a few cigars. You know, I knew I was gonna possibly be a little bit of a shit talker, so I brought you a few extra.
Okay.
But but if you don't smoke him, he's taking them with him.
Yeah, 100%. If you don't smoke them, I'm taking them.
You got a humidor yet?
Not yet.
I
no.
need to get one.
Dude, same. I've been going. I just kind of go there and chill at that lounge, and the next thing you know, I'm like, wow, this is my third cigar. I've been here that long.
Golly.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
Damn.
I got a lot of free time now.
I was gonna say,
Have you
sounds
been
like
to
he has a
that-
lot of free time.
Have you been to
Lot of free
that Rockin' Root or
Rockin' Brews?
Brews.
Their
Rockin'
food's
Brews.
ass. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yes, but they
I
do walk it
love
over.
their pasta.
I don't know. I guess when I get it late at night because they walk it over, it's 50-50. I got the loaded fries last night, and it was pretty
you
solid.
mean wait at Cigar International?
Yeah, they have a whole thing set up with them. You scan the
What?
QR code, they'll walk it over, and they'll actually come in and place orders. Like they came up to my table and were like, "Hey, it's our last call. Does anyone want anything?" I looked at my buddy. I was like, "You want to split some loaded fries?" And we're like, "Fuck yeah."
What the?
Yep,
I didn't even know that. I went straight there.
bro. I've been going there for a couple of weeks now, and I know a lot.
Their drinks aren't as good as Cigar International's,
Not by any
but
means.
their
are they?
food was delicious. Their food was delicious, I will say.
I mean,
But
it's a
I
hit or
was
miss.
also there, and I had their pasta. Unfortunately, my girl didn't get anything, so I wasn't able to try her food because
You got to be that guy. You gotta
I'm a
find out.
weirdo. I like to when I when I eat a lot,
Well, and drink too.
I'd rather like
He drinks
feast
a little too
on like
much.
3 or 4
There's no
different
such
things.
Unless you're an alcoholic, then there's such thing.
Unless you're an AA, there's a reason why you're there.
Well, there's 2 reasons. Either you chose to be there or you got forced to be there.
If you got, I will say this: if you got forced to go to AA, obviously you didn't drink enough.
Exactly.
You drank enough to make someone else feel uncomfortable, but you only drink more than enough when you make yourself feel uncomfortable. I've been there. I'm just like, oh.
Yeah,
I-
that's why I mostly drink beer nowadays. However, the more I go to Cigar International, the more I might have to start trying liquor.
You need to just come out and drink with me.
I've been waiting
Well,
for the invite.
He'll the few times you've gone out with me and drank just like chill drink, not like bottle service, you know. Boop boop.
Yeah,
boop,
New Year's was
You know?
bad.
But
Oh,
when we've just like gone out and just like chill drink, like at a chill bar, he'll drink. John will have like I'll just like order whatever for him. He just tells me like pick something out, I'll drink it.
I'm not like that. I'm very picky.
So I'm a big collector on like alcohol of all kinds, like bourbon, vodka.
Yes, I know. You have such a
wine.
nice collection now.
And so we'll go out and I'm like, you know what? Like, you want that one. And I'll just tell the bartender, serve it to him like this. And like almost every time you've done it, you're like, well, goddamn, that's some good shit.
That's some good shit.
But no, I have been
He
waiting
doesn't-
for the invite to go out and get some nice drinks. I'm
What
not
time?
gonna lie.
What time is it right now?
It is what?
10:30.
10:30, yeah.
We have 30 minutes to get to a bar if we really wanted to.
30 minutes.
Who's
Why?
driving?
If we we wanted.
They're open till 2.
Some of us have work in the morning, sir.
So
So do I, but I'm still down. And I'm now
Look,
on that
this-
level
this-
of your hours.
This is America, all right? You got to be willing to do what it takes to have
Bobby,
a
you
good
know where
time.
I've been the last 2 years. I'm finally awake.
Freedom. Freedom.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm a responsible adult. But Alex gave me a face that's kind of hard to like pass out.
Exactly.
And
Look,
he-
we're
and he-
only
and he
an
showed me
hour
his
into the
butthole.
podcast. We're only an hour into the podcast. We still got half an hour to another hour to go.
What?
Yeah, you can't just end a podcast at an hour. I
We-
mean, unless you want to get another word from our sponsor. Are you looking at upgrading your bathroom shower with some new glass or maybe even some mirrors? Shoot, you might even just want a table topper to cover up your new dining room table or coffee table that gets those pesky water rings whenever you set a cup down. Go ahead and give Proline Glass and Mirror a call today at 210-799-0196. They do everything from commercial to residential. Shoot, if you just broke a glass around the house, they got you covered. Give them a call, Proline Glass and Mirror at 210-799-0196.
We'll head cross-eyed seagull.
I like how you tell me what time it is, like as if I know what time it is. I don't even have my phone.
But that's why I just told you what
That's
time.
why. That's why I'm here for you.
I'm
It's
not wearing
10:35 exact. It's about
It's
to change
10
to 10:36.
10:35, 10:45. We'll say goodbye to all of our fans that are almost gonna be existing.
We got to leave them on a
And
cliffhanger,
then-
man.
Yeah. And then we go to the bar. We have a couple drinks, maybe a shot or two, and then we go home, go to sleep, and sleep good. You know, you kind of want first round on me.
Ooh, shit!
Ooh.
You can't turn down that offer
Damn.
because then you just take advantage of it and leave.
Actually,
You know
the
what
pizza
I got?
was. I bought pizza. I think first round on John.
Oof.
Ooh.
No.
Now
Now I
you're
don't
swinging
wanna go.
away.
Yeah, now
You should have waited till we got there, then said that.
Don't go goofed up.
I was already at all right.
I'll
And then
go-
you got me at what the fuck?
I mean, if we do go and like at the 45 mark, then like we still got the stogies, and maybe we can peer pressure Bobby into trying one.
And the bar does have an outside patio, so
Ooh, John, we could have some fun. Yes, Daddy. What?
BJ's trash talk.
Have a good night, everybody. No, we're not done just yet. We still have like 8 more minutes, and then
I wish I could remember what the fuck I was gonna bring up. I literally wrote it down on the damn notes, and I
That's what pilots are for, though. You work through the kinks.
honestly, for what? It's already been an hour, right?
not quite
Not quite. How long have we been on for?
like 50.
Like 50?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay, that's honestly ran a lot smoother than I expected. For like first go around,
Yeah.
I'm surprised. And then
It's
just
typically
throwing-
like this. I've been on a couple now.
but oh, this guy. It's like I've been on a couple podcasts.
I like to get around. I like to get around the block.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. Not a single
Nah.
podcast that I've been on has been this smooth and this talkative because, it's been winging it because I just got this equipment not too long ago. So
Yeah.
realistically, it was just trying to figure out everything, how it works with the system and all that good stuff. So
Yeah, and I will give you props for that. Like, I did not do one damn thing at all. Even though this is like our podcast together, I have not done shit to get.
you just said, "Hey, let me be on a podcast, and
Yeah.
we should start
Okay.
it." All right, cool.
And then
All
I
right,
showed
yeah.
up like, "Hey, let's hang out." And you're like, "So you're gonna be on the podcast tonight?"
This
Yeah,
is exactly
literally.
how it went. John texted me, "Hey, check out this cool equipment." I was like, "We're gonna do a podcast? What?" And then he was like, "Yeah." And then I was just like, "BJ's and shit talk," and he was just like,
Sure.
sure. Like, that's actually kind of catchy.
Yeah,
And then he was
not
just
the shit part because I wanted to keep it PG for the people who are browsing through the podcast section.
That's
So
why
that's-
it's with the star, like that asterisk.
oh, really?
Yeah.
I still wouldn't do it. I want
Oh,
to keep
okay.
it
And then he did do that. He had to change it to trash talk.
trash
you
talk.
know. So if you hear me say shit talk, that actually equals trash talk.
I'm sorry, shit talk just sounds.
No matter what, we will shit talk about kitty diddlers.
We don't like kitty dealers, and we don't like people who don't give jobs to the dwarfs.
Dwarfs
Fuck them.
forever.
Honestly, my goal is to like just sound like Alex Jones and just.
You're not too far off.
I know, right?
But you
Just-
are more
know-
fit and taller.
You know what that reminds me of?
and,
That reminds me of
And not retarded. I'll be honest.
Mrs. Jones. Mrs. Jones. Mrs.
switch it to
Jones.
me real quick. I'm a little retarded.
I'm a little retarded.
I'm a little retarded. But I do have to give John props on that. Like he is like put together like such a sweet
Shit,
setup.
dude. I told
Like-
you where I came from. I've already been on a couple of helping out and doing that stuff, and then I walked in here. I was like, wow, this is way more professional. I'm not gonna lie.
Like, yeah, because I texted Alex, well, he hits me up and he's like, yo, are we gonna hang? I'm like, nah, just come over here. We got pizza, but bring beer. Brought us Topo Chico with a little.
But you're
bitch.
drinking it and you're
And
still loving it.
Not to mention, I already had Topo Chico. I had Topo Chico and White Claws, and this motherfucker.
Well, Topo
brought
Chicos
us-
are better than White Claws.
Well, this,
Unpopular opinion.
Uh,
No, I think
I
that's
don't
a
like-
popular opinion.
Thank
I don't
God.
like. I don't
think
like
actually-
either. If I did get Topo Chico strawberry guava, I would actually get it from the glass bottle instead of the can. But that's
Oh, I
my
agree with you. The
preference.
glass bottles tend to hit harder.
Yeah.
I like the glass bottles.
See, so I was doing a job at downtown San Antonio, and turns out that club isn't even that club anymore. I'm assuming he sold it or whatever it is. But I did a job there, the one that you came to.
It was like the opening day or whatever.
Yeah.
They
So-
already closed down.
Well, they didn't close down. I guess they sold it to somebody else, and they call it something else. And I guess it's more like an event center now. And anyways, basis of the story is the whole time I was doing that job, I mean, I asked them for. Well, no, I didn't ask them first. I just took their strawberry guava out of their fridges because they weren't even open yet. So I was like, forget it. So I took all their strawberry guavas, but they were all in bottles, and they tasted superb. But
what was that club called?
it was called Soiree. Soiree was the name, but they changed it to a different.
Maybe I am a little because I don't know how to spell soiree. But you know
All right,
what?
all right. Remember where we're located? Like that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of not hard to believe with
Yeah,
our education.
but-
Education, sorry.
But let me just say this: how many of y'all can spell soiree?
I never said I could.
Okay, can you spell soiree?
No! God, please, no! No!
Answer.
No! No!
If I were to
So-
guess, it's SUAREE.
Wait.
Is the way that they
probably
spelled
would have
it.
thrown in a W.
So I'm looking at all you out there right now. Let me see you spell soiree. If you can spell it, then props to you. And that just shows I have a poor education.
Look,
You're more educated
I
than me,
worked
that's a
there
fact.
for a good 2 weeks, and I say work there. I did work for them for a good 2
Contracted,
weeks, and
yeah.
I swear it was SUAREE with a little line above the last E.
Soiree.
And if I am being honest, I took every single one that they had in the fridge in a glass bottle, and it tasted superb, right?
Oh yeah.
So-
I mean, you got to pair a Topo Chico with a cigar, man. It's good.
Yeah, I
great.
wasn't even into cigars at the time, and they just tasted great. But the difference was, it was in a glass bottle. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the difference is. It just
Bro,
tastes
I don't know what it
better.
is either because like even when I was like super big into like drinking Dr Peppers, the bottles and cans would always taste different, and it always depended on the mood I was in, which one I wanted.
Mm,
So
Yeah.
it's something about the plastic, the aluminum, or the glass that changes the flavor.
yeah, I didn't pay them back, but I also asked them, and they were like, "No, you're good. You can have as many as you want." I was like, "All right, bet."
Now
I'll
you
let
don't
you
get
know-
that opportunity because they left.
Yeah, I'll let you know when I need another one. And I'm technically supposed to do another job above the, is it Aztec or
The
Majes-
Aztec Lounge?
The Aztec Theater.
Yeah, the Aztec Lounge. I just actually pulled it up right here. I
So
was trying to find that club.
Aztec is supposed to do an add-on above the theater, like literally on the rooftop.
No shit.
And I'm supposed to do the glass. I say this, I'm not supposed to, but the glass around the bar that it's gonna be a bar on the rooftop, and I'm supposed to do a glass enclosure around the whole
Well,
thing.
did you sign an NDA?
No,
Then you're fine.
I guess.
Damn.
But
Alex,
I don't know if you knew.
Alex is a
but-
lawyer
Bro,
now.
I'm not gonna lie. NDAs have been a huge thing currently where I'm employed, and it's some shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the
Breaking NDA right now.
the thing
on,
is,
on air.
I love you. What?
did you? So Ticketmaster actually owns that theater, and supposedly
wait, for
there
real?
was supposedly there was a whole ordeal with Taylor Swift or something like that, and they oversold a bunch of tickets, and
Mhm.
they're, I guess, in the middle of a lawsuit with quite a few fans of Taylor Swift,
Mhm.
and in
Hey,
the
don't
lawsuit they're not
don't mess with the Swifties. That Swift
Yeah.
army is bigger than our own.
Because they can shake
US
anything
military.
off.
Oh, dude, anything. They're-
it off. Shake it off. Copyright.
Oh, shit.
God damn it. Now I got to become a lawyer with all these things I pulled out my ass.
That's why we have you here. You're our uneducated.
Don't put me on that.
you're
Don't put that shit on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't put that shit on me.
Give me a knife. I'll stab my leg right now.
Oh, it's on the table.
I was gonna be like, I can walk.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I got a knife in my leg.
There's a knife in my leg. Yeah, but so I'm not gonna start construction on that for a while now. What are you talking about? One what?
One
We
more
still
minute.
got 20 more minutes.
20 more. What?
It's only been an hour.
Yeah, but we're gonna go to the bar and drink.
Oh, you're right. We do need a word from our sponsor. Are you looking at upgrading your bathroom shower with some new glass or maybe even some mirrors? Shoot, you might even just want a table topper to cover up your new dining room table or coffee table that gets those pesky water rings whenever you set a cup down. Go ahead and give Proline Glass and Mirror a call today at 210-799-0196. They do everything from commercial to residential. Shoot, if you just broke a glass around the house, they got you covered. Give them a call, Proline Glass and Mirror, at 210-799-0196. Say what?
So, was there anything else, or were we gonna be heading out for a little sip of?
If I could remember what the fuck I wrote down on my
Dude,
notes,
like,
I
how-
would.
Where's your phone?
It's
Oh,
This is the main camera right here. Boom. That's my
Oh.
phone. Yeah.
Just-
We're in the broke stages right now, you know. We got to do what we got to do.
From what Alex has said, we're not definitely in the broke stages compared.
You
to
guys got like 3 tripods, lights, mics, and all that. We had just 2 phones the first time. The second time we had 2 phones and a GoPro, and the GoPro recorded nothing.
Damn.
Just imagine doing a 2-hour podcast, and
Granted, it was
did
pretty
not-
easy because it was the same shit we talked about anyways. So we still chalked it up to good conversation, good drinks, good cigars, and good tobacco.
Yeah.
But still
But-
felt like a waste of time.
They could not post shit.
Yeah. So the thing with that is this machine here, the Rodecaster Pro 2. Not
Which
only
is
does
not,
it really
which is not a sponsor, by
But
the way.
please
not
do.
a sponsor,
Please do.
but Rode, if you would like to sponsor us, go ahead and give us a call or a shout out. This is the BJ Trash Talk podcast. Anyways,
That's some bullshit.
this badass machine here does record individually by itself.
Oh,
But
really?
on top of that, I got this thing that I don't want to sponsor, so I'm not going to mention it. But you press it.
That shall not be named.
You press it, and it connects with this OBS system, which I also don't want to sponsor. But if you want to know what we use, OBS is what we're using right now. We might upgrade that later once we get some better gear as far as
It's
cameras
very
and
difficult
stuff.
to find good streaming systems. I knew someone that used to use Streamlabs, and even that would have issues.
100%. I wanted to get the Black Magic machine that would switch between cameras, but you got to get HDMI imports, and even then it's got to downgrade to 1080p,
See-
which from what I've seen still looks extremely good. with the
1080p
right
is
cameras.
about average. 4K would be great, but if you're on 1080p, you're still doing well.
All
Yeah.
of this is going over my head because I am the least techy.
Oh, don't get me
person.
wrong. There's still some shit I don't know. So if he starts really getting technical, I'll be that fucking retard again.
No, no. I am like the least techie person, I think, out of all of us. And like most like underdeveloped in like tech that I own.
You know what's crap?
Because
You know what's crap? These headphones cost more than this arm. And this
What?
arm costs more than this mic, which is the most important thing.
let's see.
That's some
and then-
bullshit.
but here's the next thing. I wouldn't know how much any of this costs because I still have an iPhone 8.
That is true. However,
do.
you are trying to upgrade for a color.
I am trying to
for
upgrade
a freaking color.
Hey, you know what is good though?
for a freaking color.
You get these headphones on Amazon, used, very good condition. Amazon, if you want to sponsor us,
That's not gonna happen,
Apple,
unfortunately.
Apple,
Hey.
if you want to refurbish my phone and actually, stop updating shit to where it just won't work anymore, damn it,
Actually,
I would be happy.
I'm not gonna lie. I might actually. Oh, there it goes. I might have a phone I can get you. It's like an iPhone 12.
No, I want.
I gotta pee.
Is that
This
our
is my
cue?
fourth already.
Oh well, this is our fourth,
Third for me.
fourth. Yeah. So that's time to let's start heading to the bar.
Okay, well, I guess.
Fuck you, asshole.
Oh,
I second
it
that.
reminds me
Here,
of the
here, here.
Hollands. I love hearing my German language. It makes me want to put on my little hosens.
Oh,
yes,
I love it.
Oh.
I love it.
I still wear my little hosens grandpapa gave to me.
Das.
Dance, disco, disco.
Wasn't your grandfather a German aristocrat? You want to show? You want to show what it was like?
We can't bring up the past.
Sorry, but
But
you
what-
know anyways.
You know
Just
what?
because, no, my grandfather was Argentinian.
Hmm.
Wink, wink.
Oh, wink,
If-
wink, nudge, nudge. I get you. I
if
get you.
If you know that conspiracy.
If you know, you know. If
If
you know, you know.
Yeah.
Different conversation for a different day. All I do know is we don't talk about the past, we talk about the future. So we're going to end it here. And we do appreciate y'all's input. If y'all could leave it in the comment section, let us know what we should talk about in the next episode. Again, this is BJ's Trash Talk. We appreciate y'all. Like and subscribe.